Thanks for staying with us. Moving on now to Daily Sun. Christmas, Tinubu governors, clerics preach love and peace. Hardship, Tinubu's media chat confirms federal government insensitivity, says PDP. Chief of Army Staff gives troops ultimatum to improve oil production in Niger Delta. Governor Diri exposes illegal oil bunkers. Alleged defamation. LPDC rejects Afe Babalola's request to revoke Dele Farutimi's practicing license. In Southeast, AFS hit 400,000 naira one way. Oh my God.
Oh, I have the story. So AFS to the Southeast, they say has surged exponentially with economic class hitting 400,000 naira. They said they had to go and compare to see what was happening. They said Anambra, Enugu, and Imo states have recorded the highest ticket costs, reflecting a significant disparity in what passengers traveling to the Southeast for the Yuletide had to pay compared to those traveling to other parts of the country. For instance, they said United Nigeria Airline website shows that a one-way, one-hour flight on an economy seat from Abuja to Anambra on Friday, December 27, cost 400,000 naira. An hour flight from Abuja to Benin on the same day cost 115,000 naira. A one-way flight on economy seat from Abuja to Enugu on the same airline on Wednesday, that's December 26, 300,000 naira. Another flight from Abuja to Lagos, 95,000 naira. Another one from Abuja to Port Harcourt, 225,000, just one way. So if you're going to a return, an hour flight from Abuja to Owerri, Friday, December 27th, is 300,000 naira. From Abuja to Bayelsa is 150, just one way. So they went around to compare all of these costs, and they are saying that it's a lot for many people. A lot of people are not able to travel, for the Christmas using airfares. So they will likely have to either go with the one that the government is doing, public bus, or kuku stay at home. Send things to your people.
Yeah, simple.
And appreciate.
They can see you through FaceTime or WhatsApp.
WhatsApp videos and all of that.
That bonding now, do it online. No time for physical bonding, except you can afford it.
Serious money.
So why people are even talking about air tickets? Even traders in the market are lamenting. They are shouting, people are not coming to buy things from us. So things are very hard. Some of the things that we bought to sell in December right now, dust are full everything. The carton full of dust. Now, according to a particular trader, because what they did at Daily Sun, they just went to different markets to collect some different data. According to Daily Sun, Mr. Jude Obasi, he said the purchasing power of the average Nigerian is getting weaker by the day, which we all know. He admitted that the cost of food stuff, grocery, and other household items has gone up by over 50% compared to what they even had last year. Now, let me give you an example. For chicken, medium-sized broiler chicken, which was selling for 15,000 last year, this year it sold for 25,000 naira. Then talking about local rice, a bag of local rice, 50 kg of local rice, was selling for 50,000 last year, and they said this year is actually selling for 80,000 naira. So a lot of traders are just lamenting, they're complaining that people are not coming to buy. People will not buy because there's no money in the economy.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no money for people to buy things.
Some people are still partying. There's no money. As they're lamenting, there's no money.
No, the thing is
every nook and cranny, I'm seeing parties.
People that are partying, those that came from America, from London, from their currency is actually working.
Which data do you have that is giving us that one?
Because I went out.
Some of our people have already planned.
Well, some people are partying. I agree with you.
December, you can't
You're
carry
absolutely correct. Things are hard. People are struggling. But as they're struggling, some people are there. And I'm wondering, are we in the same country? Because I'm thinking to myself, wait, I could have sworn that I couldn't afford. I'm happy that I'm medication now because I'm cooking my stew and I'm managing my pepper.
Yes.
Yeah. Usually I buy pepper and in like a week, it has finished. And I'm thinking, what happened? I bought pepper 2 weeks and I'm still using it. I'm thinking, what was happening? So, I don't know. So I get you. Let me take this story from Chief of Army Staff on General Olufemi Oluyode. He has given troops a month deadline to improve oil production in the Niger Delta specifically. He gave the charge during a visit to the 6th Division Army in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. He was saying that you must know that Nigeria is our country. We do not have any other country except for Nigeria. So if the government does not make money from oil because oil is the mainstay of our economy, we're definitely going to be in trouble. So we are not making money from oil dollars. We need to keep, dollar will keep rising. So they need to protect the oil, the infrastructure in the Niger Delta. According to him, he's there to charge them to understand they must safeguard all four of our oil infrastructure in the Niger Delta and that they must do it well. And he says that I am your father, and as your father, I beg you to do what is correct. Now, as your leader, if you do not do what is correct, you'll be in soup. So he has really given them the charge that they have to ensure that, because, I mean, I agree that that's our mainstay. We must protect our infrastructure, because the government is spending so much money to fix this infrastructure, and people are still destroying it. Okay, any other story in Daily Sun? Let's move on quickly now to Vanguard. Telecom sector gasp for breath as travels mount. Christmas, Tinubu Akpabio governors orders preach message of hope and restoration in Nigeria. Tinubu's media chat confirms APC's insensitivity. Disconnection from Nigeria, says PDP. Newly-tide, federal government kicks off 50% road transportation fare discount. Ibadan Stampede, ex-queen Naomi Oriyomi, others remanded in prison. 5 airlines face penalties over disruptions and violations, says NCAA. And Customs NMDPRA shut down 20 stations over fuel smuggling. Okay, which story?
Yeah, so the Minister of Transportation, Senator Said Al-Khali, has kicked off the 2024 Yuletide Road Transport Palliative as luxury bus owners and transporters commenced the implementation yesterday. So in a statement by Olujimi Oyetomi, Director Press and Public Relations in the Ministry, the Minister directed the leadership of road transportation unions, including Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, that's RTN, National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, God is Good Motors, and Association of Luxury Bus Owners of Nigeria to ensure that their palliative buses were moved to the designated loading points earlier yesterday, that's December 24th, yeah. So he directed the transport firms to commence movement of Nigerians who seek to take advantage of the palliative to join their loved ones across the country for Christmas. And he said that he regretted that the scheme was taken off late, adding that the delay was due to some logistic issues which have now been sorted. So he says Nigerians who intend to use this scheme from Abuja to take off from Eagle Square by 6 a.m., while those who are taking off from Lagos are to use Oshodi Terminal 3 for those on northern routes and Oshodi Terminal 2 for those on southern routes. So time for daily takeoff is 6 a.m. However, some of the participating luxury buses are taking off by 6 to 7 p.m. daily from Oshodi, Lagos. Now, passengers intending to take advantage of this transport palliative should know that they will be required to pay 50% of the cost that they would otherwise pay. So the government is taking care of 50%. So he said, please, you people should not rush. There's limited number of vehicles for this. So do to get there on time and, so that we don't have unpleasant surprises with all this rush that we do. And, they went ahead to mention the routes. I think there's time for me to go to all the routes that they have mentioned. But then all the other luxury buses have also joined in this one. So just find the designations and go if you have to travel to the village.
I have EFCC boss urges Nigerians to embrace corruption-free future. And this one is saying that the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Mr. Ola Olukayode, has called for a corruption-free Nigeria. He also emphasized the importance of embracing values such as integrity, truth, and liberty in the fight against corruption. Speaking yesterday in Abuja, Olukayode urged Nigerians to align with the ideals of light, joy, hope, and truth that the Christmas represents, which he believes are crucial in achieving a zero-tolerance approach to corruption. Wishing all Nigerians a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. He also stressed that the collective effort of all stakeholders are pivotal in realizing a prosperous and corruption-free nation. In his words, I deeply believe in prospects of our nation for growth and development. We can make Nigeria greater if we embrace the values of light, joy, hope, truth, and liberty that Christ brought to the world, which are significant pathways and integrity to contribute in zero tolerance of corruption.
Okay. Can we quickly talk about the sanctions? Yes. Now, they said the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, has initiated enforcement action against 5 airlines, 2 international and 3 domestic operators for various violations of the Part 19 of the NCAA regulations. Now, according to them, they said this had to do with non-payment of refunds within the stipulated time frame, non-responsiveness to the NCAA's directives, missing luggage, manhandling luggage, short-landed baggage, delayed and cancelled flights, and many others. Now, just to let us know, according to information, some of the airlines affected by this sanction include Ethiopia Airways, Royal Maroc Airways, Arik Air, Aero Contractor, and Air Peace. Talking about delayed flights, it's something that we need to actually pay attention to. I don't understand. Like,
It's like 5 hour, 6 hour delays.
And nobody's saying anything to anybody.
I traveled to Abuja on Friday, and on Thursday, my flight was supposed to be like 2:35. We traveled around 7:05.
Imagine that.
Nobody came to apologize.
Nothing.
And the same thing when I was coming back to Lagos too. My flight was supposed to be 3. We left Abuja around 8.
I can tell you the airline. I can almost don't mention.
Yes,
I know the airline. You know the airline. You know them.
Then I
think
one
it's
mistake
not
one
them.
time when I traveled. I followed one of these international airlines that they mentioned here. Until now, my luggage, I'm still looking for it.
Imagine that.
Hey.
So
It is
I
sad.
really think they should follow up with this sanction, to be honest.
Okay, so in the move to curtail smuggling, many of us, we discussed this several times on the show. So the Nigerian Customs Service, in collaboration with the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Agency, NMDPRA, they shut down 20 filling stations across the nation. I think they were able to get about 6 in Lagos, 10 in Sokoto-Kebbi Expressway, and they've all been sealed, and they got also 5 stations revoked their licenses. So many of these, as you know, they buy fuel and then they smuggle out of the country. And we're trying to figure out how many liters do we actually use within our country. So, but if we keep smuggling, we won't be able to determine that. So the customs and NMDPRA are working seriously to ensure they shut down all those illegal stations that are smuggling our petroleum, refined petroleum, out of our nation. So, I mean, he said that the several suspected fuel smugglers have been arrested and are currently facing prosecution in courts nationwide. That's good news for me. Okay, our final paper this morning, Nigerian Tribune. We don't have much time on it, but let's see. NCAA sanctions. Oh, we don't have time. Sanctions 5 airlines for violating passengers' rights. Benue governor declares 2 weeks holiday, and customs dismantle checkpoints to facilitate trade combat smuggling. Unfortunately, we can't take any of the stories because we're out of time. Let's go on a short break now. When we come back, we'll have our first guest to join us to share with us the reason for the season. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.